Alright, it's your boy Spank Dog, aka Puffinstein at YouTube. Like, comment, share, subscribe. You already know. Click the notification so you could get a message when I upload something or when I go live. Today we're gonna be pretty much covering talking about the documentary that I'm putting together, and then I'm gonna unbox a package that I bought. You know what I'm saying? Let me make sure to do this the right way. Yeah, this is a good angle. A package that I bought, and I'm gonna unbox it on camera. It's got trading cards in it. So first things first. Yeah, man. When my son first got diagnosed with autism, I always said, I would like to make a documentary, about my son's autism. People want to like talk about, oh, you capitalizing on, your son's autism. You never heard of, trying to keep things, stay strong, make a how you call it, what's the phrase I'm looking for? Like make a good thing out of a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? His disorder is definitely, if autism was because he's been diagnosed as severely autistic. That's what it says on the sheet. From what I hear from a lot of people, what it says on the sheet is the actual diagnosis. And I've heard quite a few different they've said I've heard PDD, I've heard Asperger's, I heard different levels. I heard medium to moderate. I've heard level 2, level 3. I've heard, my son on the sheet, it says severe autism. So, but anyway, we've been through that before, but it is what it is. You're going to hear stuff more than once sometimes. So, what happened was is that I decided from the minute that I found out what was going on that I was going to collect as much footage as possible of my son, not knowing that the editing wave, the video wave, the content wave, the YouTube wave, the social media wave was gonna get that prolific, that strong. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's wild. It's wild what technology, the influence it has on society right now is insane. It started with cameras and computers and low budget ones compared to what we're working with now. You know what I'm saying? And when my son got diagnosed, I already knew about the technological is that well, the technology revolution, let's say. That's what's happening. People, I don't know, too many people haven't said, because we had the industrial revolution. This is like the computer revolution. It's crazy. It's monumental. Talk about historic. The pandemic, all the so-called alleged UFO sightings, um, just everything. It's all happening around the same time, and the crazy thing is a lot of people went through trouble financially with the pandemic, and the social media was there for them to try to make some sort of comeback. I'm a product of the pandemic. Before the pandemic, I was on top of the world. And after the pandemic, that money was not like it was before. You know, people be like, you lying, you got a little jewelry on. Like, yo, people forget I'm 48 years old. You ever thought I bought this necklace when I was 30? It's 18 years ago. Fuck you counting my pockets for anyway. You know what I'm saying? Only bozos do that. You know what I'm saying? Or brokies. Last thing, you know what it is though too. That's a funny line because they use that in the show Fresh and Fit. I don't got nothing against them. It's just that I brokies. Oh, that's hilarious. Money does not make the person. That's a horrible actually it's funny, but if you're saying it with seriousness, it's some bull. You know what I'm saying? So, but the fact of the matter is you got to step your game up eventually. You know what I'm saying? It's not because a person cares about what your financial status is, and if that person does is a piece of crap. But what I'm saying is just because size, Bob Marley was oh man, Bob Marley was the best, man. I'm gonna bring up one of his clips. I think it's important for all of y'all to see. You know, I'm gonna let him explain what I'm gonna let him drop a little science on you about what money meant to him. You know. You know what's important. Y'all guys know how I am if y'all watch me. I really got mad love for people like Bob Marley, peacemakers, people that don't care about money. You know, I'm a hustler. I don't care that I like my little shine or whatever. That don't mean that I don't love Martin Luther King. I'm broadcasting live. So that doesn't mean that I don't have love for people that didn't care about stuff like that. Like Martin Luther King didn't care about no jewelry, and he's one of my idols, you know what I'm saying? So, but let me put Bob Marley's little not even little, there's nothing little about what comes out of his mouth. His grand, just like a couple of sentences, but it's prolific. He says, "What is rich?" That's what I'm gonna type in. It should come right up. Yeah, here we go, man. Y'all gotta see this. It's my duty to show you guys stuff like this, you know. All right, it's about to pop up in a second. Let me get it launched. Yeah, it's a very short clip, but we're gonna talk about it. You want to talk about reaction videos? We're gonna react to this. All right. Let me make sure that I'm sharing it with you guys. Present, share screen, Bob Marley, and also share tab audio. Yes. Okay, I think I hate that they do that. All right, it's sharing, guys. You ready? Pay attention. I'm gonna let this man drop some science on you. Money don't make you rich.
Have you made a lot of money out of your music?
Money. I mean, how much is a lot of money to you?
Yeah, that's a good question. Have you made, say, millions of dollars?
No.
Are you a rich man?
When you mean rich, what you mean?
Do you have a lot of possessions? A lot of money in the bank?
Position make you rich? I don't have that type of richness. My richness is life forever.
All
Have you
right,
made a lot of money out of your music?
all right, guys. Now, if you don't find that as amazing as I do, then what could I tell you? I would say, like, to be honest with you, that's something that helps me make it through life. Those words, you understand what I'm saying? Like, of course, you wanna look at that was a man that made money like nothing, and he still didn't go after it as far as like obsessively. You understand what I'm saying? So I learned from that man. I know when push comes to shove, with or without money, I'm gonna be okay. God got me. whatever your God is, whether it's Buddha, whether it's Allah, whether it's God that we worship in the Catholic religion, whether it's Christian, whatever it is, bro, whatever your higher power is, he got you if you really have faith, you know. I've been without anything before. When my pops passed away, I went through this when I was about 20 years old, you know. Like, I'm ashamed that I don't know the exact dates, you know. I don't even want to ask my mother right now the exact date my pops passed. She probably want to cry or something, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, that's a date that I should know like the back of my hand. But that don't mean that I don't love him. I still should know the date though, you know. I should know the date that Bob Marley passed, Martin Luther King passed. You know what I'm saying? Let me Google that real quick. That's, to me, that's important. Let's get that up real quick. We're gonna Google. We're gonna Google. Um, when did they pass? When are their birthdays? When did Bob Marley pass away? Now, I don't know if y'all heard that, so I'm gonna read it because technology's weird. I don't know if the audio linked up with you guys. So, Bob Marley passed away in May, on the 11th of May, 1981. I was 6 years old. I had just turned six 2 months before that. And it says Robert Nesta Marley, OM, that's his name? Robert Nesta Marley, OM, was a Jamaican reggae singer, guitarist, and songwriter, considered one of the pioneers of the genre. Wow. He fused elements of reggae, ska, and rocksteady, and was renowned for his distinctive vocal and songwriting style. He was more special than I thought. The fusing of the elements of the was his fused elements of reggae, ska, and rocksteady. First of all, I'm not familiar with rocksteady. I'm familiar with ska. I'm familiar with reggae. Everybody you should. I well, not everybody. Of course, I'm older, but in the movie Back to the Beach with Annette Funicello and the other guy, Fishbone, they perform that song. Goes ska 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 dun, 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 Jamaican ska. So, but anyway, ska reggae I'm familiar with, but rocksteady I'm not saying I'm not familiar with it, but I didn't know that it was titled that. You know what I'm saying? That's three different types of reggae, I believe, and they said that he fused them and was renowned for his distinctive vocal and songwriting style. You know, they don't. It's short. They don't talk about how he was a humanitarian. You know, and like just what he was from that clip that I played. What kind of man that is? You know what I'm saying? So, but let's look up another thing. I want to know his birthday. I don't want to celebrate his death. I want to celebrate his birthday. Um, when was Bob Marley born? Bob Marley was born. All right, so Bob Marley was born. Like I said, I'm not sure if you heard that. So I'll repeat it. February 6, 1945, Bob Marley was born, 3 years after my father, who was born in 1942. They were born in the same month, almost on the same day as, my father's February 8th, and Bob Marley's February 6th, and they were 3 years apart, you know. It's just, it's not nothing relevant, but it's just me, shooting the breeze. So, but yeah, man, this beloved man was born. Bob Marley was born February 6th, 1945. And he passed away May 11th, 1981. How did Bob Marley pass? Melanoma. All right, again, not sure if you heard that. He had skin cancer. Unfortunately, a lesion under a toenail on his right foot was initially misdiagnosed as a bruise from a soccer injury. Bob Marley died 4 years later at age 36. Oh, wow. From acrolentigenous melanoma. It's crazy, man. I don't even understand that. Skin cancer. Unfortunately, a dark lesion under a toenail on his right foot was initially misdiagnosed as a bruise from a soccer injury. Bob Marley died. Oh my God, people go to the doctor. Bob Marley passed away because they misdiagnosed a bruise under his toenail, but it wasn't even a bruise, it was a lesion. This is how life is, people are crazy. Like, you talk, you make fun of people, you don't even know what the source of stuff is sometimes. Let's say you would have made a remark about the guy's foot having a black, spot, making jokes, Meanwhile, he has cancer. He has a dark lesion under his toenail. They called it a bruise. It was melanoma. It was skin cancer. Bob Marley died 4 years later after the misdiagnosis at 36 years old. You know how much great music would have came? More music. So, but anyway, let's go on to. I had mentioned somebody else. You know what? Whenever I lose my train of thought, I don't get hung up. You know. All right, so let me go on to talk about the documentary. I did a documentary about my son. The It started off with me. When my son was first diagnosed with autism 13 years ago, I didn't know what I was gonna do. I was lost for a second. So I just said, yo, I'm gonna make a documentary about it. I didn't know that I would get this much into editing to the point where I could edit my own documentary, like full blown, you know. And then to top it off, sometimes you could use artificial intelligence to generate scenarios because sometimes you can't run everywhere and get the footage. And then sometimes if you use somebody else's footage, you're gonna get hit with a copyright thing most likely. So you use AI to generate footage that you can't head to the park just because you need a shot of the park, right? So, but this one's gonna be different. This is gonna be full blown documentary level. It's gonna have actual footage. It's gonna have actual commentary. It'll be mixed. I will be using AI for help because I'm doing this myself. I'm trying to create an hour in 45 minutes, 2 hours plus it might be. I'm trying to make it a long documentary because usually when if you ever notice anything above 2 hours usually is good, and it's like almost like if it's good, you don't want it to stop. So I'm gonna try to make it like 2 hours plus, not much above 2 hours, and I'm gonna try to give y'all guys the nitty gritty. I've been recording him since he was young on purpose. I should have recorded more, but I have enough footage to make a solid documentary about my son and his autism. You guys gotta wake up, man. I don't understand how more importance ain't put on autism. It's a plague. It's a plague. You're gonna let them take your son like that? Let's say it wasn't even invented. Because I don't know. I don't know the source. I'm here saying right now, I am not a doctor. I have no clue about very few medical things. And I wouldn't come on here like a professional. It's my duty because part of the guidelines is not to talk like you're a doctor. So I would never do that. But what I'm telling you is that's my son. So there's certain things they couldn't stop me from saying. And I could tell you, I've been seeing the blankness in his eyes since he was born. You know what I'm saying? One in whatever it is right now. I'm not sure. Matter of fact, let's get the right answer. I'm not one. Why would you not ask Google when it's right in front of you all the time? People call. Why would, like, let's say you think your friend's busy, you still call them to ask him a question. Just ask Google, bro. If your friend's busy, let him handle what he got to handle. Use Google to answer your question. You know what I'm saying? Hmm. Forgot what was I gonna ask Google again? I forgot. Um. But anyway, like I was saying, hopefully the documentary pans out like the way I got it, and it's time to open up the cards. I told y'all, man, we're gonna be all over the place. I'm not. I've always been a wildflower. You know what I'm saying? I'm MO with it. You know what I'm saying? I've always been like that. I never meant to be. You know what I'm saying? So like, if you expect predictability from me, you're not gonna get that. You know, I go against the grain purposely. But only if it's still of good nature. I don't mess with evil. You know what I'm saying? I don't mess with grimy. I don't mess with the negative vibes. I'm on some positive stuff. I ain't with the demon stuff. I'm not a little kid. I'm not 15 years old. And yeah, granted, some of them 15, 16, 17, 18-year-old kids, they'll do it to you. You know, I'm not saying that they wouldn't. But what I'm saying is that I'm not gonna be fascinated by something at 48 years old when it's my job to guide young people. As a 48-year-old, I'm supposed to tell that 18-year-old, yo, don't, you could do better. You know what I'm saying? Come here, let me talk to you. I want to tell you what, some of the stuff I've seen and tell you don't want to go through that. And I still made it by the skin of my teeth. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We about to bust open the package. Oh, I forgot to. I don't want the address to be showing. You know what I'm saying? I show the blank side. So, but anyway, we're gonna bust open the jump offs that I bought. I bought some. Sometimes when it comes to the playoffs, even if I don't got a lot of money, I'll spend whatever I could spare on getting the guys that are about to win and become champions. You know what I mean? We want to collect champions and rookies, in my opinion, autographs. You know, and like I said, budget matters. You know what I'm saying? What I'm about to show you guys, I don't like boxes. You know what I'm saying? So I like I like to create my own box. So like some people like they'll go buy a Panini box, a retail hobby. They're all it could be the same company, Donruss Optics, Select, but they sell like let's say you're buying Select, or let's say you're buying Donruss Optic. Let's say you're buying Panini, the Prism version, because Panini makes everything. But let's say you're buying the actual, because the most famous one is probably the Prism. So let's say you bought a box of Prism. Now you're gambling. You know, that's what's even cooler about this, because if you're a gambling man, cards, it gives you that rush. It's the same rush as if you were gambling. But I don't promote negativity. So if you're the kind of person, because I haven't had a drink in 5 years, it's about to be 6, and it was because I couldn't handle it. I do other things that I can handle. Like I smoke a little bud because I can handle it. With the licks, it drove me crazy. I kind of, yeah. It's dangerous. My advice to people would be to not to drink. Especially if you can't handle it. But like they say in the commercials, if you could drink responsibly, drink responsibly. You know what I mean? It's up to you. That's your choice. You know what I'm saying? So this is the box it comes in. All right. This is a purchase from a company called COMC. It's actually called COMC. It has an underscore and then it says consignment. It's on eBay. They do have their own website, but like I said, for some reason when I go to eBay, I manage because I don't like to pay. Like they'll charge you $5 shipping for a single card. I'm not that guy. And if you see the tape, it's because I lost 70 pounds. I was 310. You know what I'm saying? So I went down to 240. So the rings that I got on, they were falling off. And you go to the jeweler, they got these little pins that you wrap around. It's like a bobby pin, but it's gold. I don't know if it's gold plated, gold colored, whatever, but it blends in perfectly, and you put it, and it's a guard. And so if your ring doesn't fit you, there's a simple fix. It'll probably charge you like $5 at the jewelry store, but I don't know. I just been lazy. Sometimes I go in there. I got mad love for the owners. I feel weird going in there to ask them for something so petty and not cop something. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I am. I know they don't care. I know they would fix the rings for me, and they wouldn't care that I didn't spend a ton of money. I would give them $15 to fix the size of the rings. Like I said, I just feel a little, my pops was buying from them. I know these people for like 40, 50 years. No, bugging out. My bad. Take that back. No, but like 40 years. Yeah, I know them like 40 years, 35 years. So, but anyway, let's get to the nitty gritty. Let's see what's in the box. I got another one here. You know, your boy don't play. I got another one right here, but I'm gonna open that on another live. I don't want to try to jam pack too much into one live, and we're here for hours opening up cards. It'll get redundant. I like to keep things fresh. Yo, wish me luck with that documentary. Y'all guys are gonna see a little bit less of me. For anybody that's gonna watch this, you're gonna see a little bit less of me, man. And the funny thing is, you're gonna see a little bit less of me, but you're gonna think it's because I'm working less. It's gonna be because I'm working harder, the hardest I've ever worked. I'm gonna submerge myself into my son's documentary. You know, I implemented my wife's mother, which is my second mother. You only get one mother, so I wouldn't even, But if I talk about women that I look at like a second mother, it's my mother's friend Joanne and my wife Lisa's mother Josephine. Those are my two second mothers. I don't talk about my aunts because they know what it is. If I include them, then I got five mothers. You know what I'm 6. But my aunts already know what it is. I love all my aunts. 7, if you count my father's side, I love my titi in Puerto Rico. Mwah! And my titi's wild. You know what I'm saying? That's Johnny's sister, man. You know, my father was a big dog. That's his sister. You know what I'm saying? If you ever see J-Lo Barbie on my friends list, that's Johnny's sister. Especially to the people from Ralph. You know what I'm saying? Because the people, I mean, a lot of people like love my father, but the people from Ralph, they really were tight with my pops, and my father loved Ralph Avenue. You know what I'm saying? So for the people from Ralph, you know what I'm saying? My family already knows, like my aunts and them. J Lo Barbie is my aunt. You know what I'm saying? I love her very much, you know. So, but anyway, like I said, I'm gonna do the disappearing act soon. You know what I'm saying? You know, you probably see less I create the NFT type videos on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. That's all my collection. Just so you know too. Any card that I post that you see me throw the little effects to and turn it into like an NFT type video where you could take a picture of it, save it for yourself. That's my card. That's my possession. Because I don't want people coming and saying, hey, who told you, I had the right when I bought it. That's my card that I'm demonstrating. And then I'm taking the tools, the effects, the filters that they provide me with, and I'm jazzing it up. And now even some of the platforms allow you to utilize a song. That's not my fault. That's part of my video. If I look and it looks like YouTube paid for Jada Kiss's song, or he's given their give there, they got to deal with the company. Whatever's going on, that's the business between them. I got my own thing I got to try to do. If I'm gonna do a video and I see that YouTube or TikTok or Facebook is allowing you to use a big time performer's song, in my head I'm like, they got a contract with either them or the company that they go through, and it's kosher. So all my stuff is kosher. I only show you my stuff. The rhymes are mine. Yeah, no chat GPT neither. Cut that out. That's big facts. You know, you do your own thing. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to art, don't let a robot do your art. Don't let a robot do your art. What would the Mona Lisa have been if a robot did it? You know? What would it's a lot of things, bro. You know what I'm saying? What would it be if we found out it wasn't even some of these great songs, like even Halo by Beyonce? That's such a good song. The words, first of all, I don't think any AI could even recreate that. There's something about human beings, right? And not only that, I would be heartbroken to find out certain things would have been made by a programmed electronic device. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Art is for us. It's for our souls. Don't sell out. Don't sell out. Don't ever sell out. That's what the underground was about. People forget that, music used to go to the mainstream radio station and we would condemn it. You know what I'm saying? Now we embrace it, and I'm not mad about it, but I'm just saying, what happened to the underground? I'm the underground. Watch Glory Road. Let's see if I conformed. I want what I'm owed while I walk the glory road. You know what I'm saying? Tales from the hood where we're misunderstood. Share when we do good. Our last piece of food. But don't get it twisted. We're black in your eye. You know what I'm saying? Let me not get too hyped. Y'all got me riled up. Let's get into the box. See what comes out of here. I have no clue what's going to come out the box. I forget. I know that I was trying to get people that I didn't have. Could be Brandon Miller, could be Asia Wilson, could be Victor Wembanyama, could be listen, Shohei Ohtani. 50-50, baby. Oh wow. I'm gonna do, oh my god. I don't like to talk about what I'm gonna do online because mess around, you'll see 17 more videos, of the video you were gonna do. But I don't even care. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna do one on Shohei. He deserves it. Shohei Ohtani is the greatest baseball player ever, maybe. Aaron Judge is fighting for that spot too. Then you got guys like Mike Trout and Bryce Harper, Giancarlo Esposito, you guys like, I swear, Pete Alonso. These are the real big dogs. You know what it is? I'm talking about home runs. I'm not talking about I'm not talking about all around playing. I'm not talking about fielding. I'm not talking about hitting for average. I'm not talking about runs, doubles. They're all different. I'm talking strictly about home run hitters. Yeah. RBIs fall into that category too. So let's see what comes out the box, guys. They pack it so well. You've seen this before. Should have the styrofoam peanuts in it. Let's see. Yes, it does. Like I told you. Ooh, that's all right. They package them so good. This is how it was supposed to look. I'll show y'all right now. It's this, and then it's the packets inside. With the things on top. So let's see what comes out this sucker. Ugh. Let me throw let me throw the styrofoam peanuts. That's what they call them, right? Yeah, the peanuts. Let me throw them in the garbage because I have no use for them. Ugh. All right, guys, don't worry about it. I'm just going to calm down just for a second. I'm still here with you guys. Don't worry. We're about to unveil all the cards. We're about to unveil all the cards. Oh, man. Out here in Ridgewood, borderline of Queens and Brooklyn. Out here by Wyckoff, by Seneca, by Flushing Avenue, not Flushing, Queens, by Cooper Avenue, that runs all the way down to Bushwick Avenue and comes up all the way up to the Atlas Mall up here in Queens by Metropolitan leading towards Jamaica, Queens, where 50 in them are from. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep going up Metro, then it turns into Jamaica Avenue. You start at the 120s, the 115s, the 110s. Then it just keeps going higher and higher and higher. Next thing you know, it's Jamaica 130, Jamaica 140s, the Jamaica Avenue, the 150s, Jamaica Avenue, the 160s, the Jamaica Avenue, the 170, all the way. Jamaica Avenue runs all the way from 115 Jamaica Avenue, 111 Jamaica Avenue, something like that, all the way up to, I don't even know, to the 190s, the 180s, the 200s, something like that. I know my friend lives on 172nd in Jamaica. So, and I've seen 180 in Jamaica, even past that, 188 in Jamaica, I believe. But I couldn't tell you if there's a 190th in Jamaica Avenue. You know what I'm saying? So I'm about to cam back up and show you the unveiling of all the cards. all right, people. I try to keep it kosher, you know what I'm saying? They don't, in my opinion, for what, people, like I said, man, people, I wouldn't, I've seen my lady get on the train, get off the train. I seen her get ready for years. I seen this lady work for 14 years. And jumping on the train, jumping off the train, an hour to get ready. Look, let me tell you something, bro. How is it okay for you to make a person get ready, jump on a train for an hour or an hour plus, and then an hour to come back. The person already spent 3 hours and didn't even make a penny yet. I used to watch my wife wake up, get ready, which takes an hour. Then I would watch her walk to the train station, which is about 8 blocks from here. She'd jump on the train for an hour to an hour and a half, get to the place she's got to work, stay there for 9 hours, jump back on the train, and come back to the house. Now, that's on a rush hour day when it's Black Friday, when it's the holidays, Christmas. It's not an hour commute, it's an hour and a half. So she would spend, it would literally be 4 hours and not even a penny. Nobody gives her nothing. You spend money on food, commute, and then they pay her for 9 hours and they were giving her minimum wage. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't be like this, but a big F you to Banana Republic for the way you treat your workers. Give them people raises, bro. Yo, what's up? Nah, it's all good, Chola. I'm about to get out of here, but I'm gonna chill for a few just because you rolled up. You already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to open up these packs actually, but after I open these up, we're gonna wrap it up. But I don't care. You know what it is. I'm happy you rolled up. I was just telling people how they will make my wife work 4 hours and not even get a dime. Yo, Chola, do you agree with me? Um um 1 hour to get ready to go to work she would spend, right? So she'd wake up at 6. She'd leave at 7 after getting ready. She'd arrive at work at 8:15 to 8:30. Now, this is waking up at 6, and she didn't even start the job till 8:30. That's 2.5 hours gone, and she didn't even earn a penny yet. Then she starts to work. They force her to stay there an hour for lunch. So she works 8 hours and does an hour of lunch there too, and then comes back home on an hour ride or an hour and a half ride. She spends 3 to 4 hours a day, not no more. I changed that. But she was spending 3 to 4 hours a day, not even getting paid a penny. And then this Banana Republic, they were giving her such a low wage, and she had been there for such a long time with the type of seniority she had. They should have been paying her $25 an hour. I'm not gonna speak about what they were giving her, but I'm just gonna say they should have been giving her $100 an hour. She's such a good worker. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, back to the cars. I don't even what got me upset was the fact of the what people go through to make money. Oh, I was started talking. That's crazy. You're right. Gangster. Letitia writes, that's crazy. You're right, but she's a real one. Yep. Thank you for saying that about my wife. You a real one too, Chola. Yo, what got me talking about it was I started talking about how YouTube could be a blessing. Look at my wife, what she used to go through, right? Now let's say she gets a channel going on YouTube. Even if she makes like 1,000 a month, she don't even gotta leave the comfort of her own home, 250 a week. Granted, it's not the biggest paycheck, but it's so cool to be able to be your own boss, to not have to go nowhere, to be with your family all day, to eat from your own fridge, and then also have the ability to increase your pay. You make 1,000 now, you get more subscribers, you make 2,000 next month, 3,000. There's guys out there making 100,000, 200,000, $300,000 a year, million a year off of YouTube. It was a blessing, man. You know, it was a blessing. So I think YouTube is too much with the not letting people speak what they gotta talk about, especially when it's something that's wrong in the society. And YouTube might not agree with it and they might shut you down because I don't know this for sure, but this is allegedly. Always say allegedly on this. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly, allegedly, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? Listen, enough negative stuff. We're gonna show what the investment thing is about. You know what I'm saying? People don't know how to generate cash, man. It's not as hard as you think. You just gotta have the courage. I told people a story of how I took $10 and turned it into $1,000, and that's a fact. And this ain't no influencer shit. This is a kid coming from the hood telling you, yo, I took $10 and flipped it into a stack, and that's on everything I love. It took me, it took me a second, but it was all with me headed to the. Put it like this: I went to Cornelia and Knickerbocker. You know what I'm saying? And that was the beginning of turning a 10 into a stack. You know what I'm saying? So this is the way that in the era where things are different. I don't mess around no more. I walk the straight and narrow 100%. You know what I'm saying? I was never like that anyway. You know what I'm saying? I got bread out there, but like I was never I fought when I had to, period. I didn't let nobody punk me, but I was never the guy that, pressed nobody neither. You know what I'm saying? So, but look, we hustling cards. People, when they get older, all the street cats, they learn they gotta start hustling stuff that's legal. You know what I'm saying? This is the one thing I hate about COMC. I love them, don't get me wrong, but they put it all with receipts. Every card. These are all cards. If I flip it around, look, you'll see that they're cards. You know what I'm saying? But on the back side, it looks like a bunch of receipts. So, like, literally, you got to take each receipt out. Drives me crazy. I'm going to show y'all guys. Y'all want to know how to make bread? This is work. You come do it for me. It don't do it itself. What you're watching me do right now is work. You know, I decided to like try to be more organic with the channel. Like I'm not gonna be like oh, you gotta do it perfect for the channel. Like perfect. I'm gonna tell you something. You know what perfection is on YouTube? Being yourself and not hiding your truth. Not being scared to show people that you collect cards. That's gangster. Cause don't get it twisted. I collect cards, but I'll punch you dead in your face if you deserve it. That's on my pops. You know what I'm saying? So just know, don't get it twisted. Don't get me messed up. All right. So anyway, we got two Brandon Millers here. All right. One is silver, one is base. If you notice, this one is plain. And if you notice the other Brandon Miller, it's got like a glow to it. You know what I'm saying? So this is a special one. It says Prism on the back of it. While this one, you won't read no Prism on the back because it's not a hologram. So those are the first two cards. Let me take out all of the things at once first. So Chola, what's up? Thank you. Nice cards. How's your husband? Yeah, tell your husband I said what up, man. Word. You know. And I hope everything's good with you and yours. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I don't like to ask people, you could offer anything up. Yo, Chola, if you got any, you could drop comments. You know what I'm saying? You could never annoy me. You know what I'm saying? If you got anything to say, yeah, I'm glad that your husband's good. Yeah. If you ever want to drop comments, you know what I'm saying? Or you want to shout out where you from or anything like that, you do what you do. And if you don't, if you're a private person and you just want to watch, you don't got to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? You just chill, you know, make yourself comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Look at this. It's crazy what you got to go through. You know what? I usually go like this. I'm not doing the trick. That's the trick right there. Watch, you're going to bug out too, Chola, because I got female basketball cards. Because there's this girl, Asia Wilson. She's crazy. You know, you might have heard of Caitlin Clark lately, but there's a girl named Asia Wilson. There's another girl right now. I mean, there's a lot of them, you know. But Angel Reese, Asia Wilson, and Caitlin Clark, they're like the biggest names right now in women and female basketball. So let's see what we got here. I noticed that the Asia Wilsons are rare. So I bought them before people bought them. So I showed the two Brandon Millers. Here's another Brandon Miller, but that's a base. You see how it says Monopoly on it? The crazy things with these Monopoly cards, people think that they're not going to be worth a lot of money because the boxes are inexpensive. Me personally, I think they're going to be worth money in the long run because Monopoly is collectible in its own self. You know what I mean? And then it's usually like that too. The things people think ain't gonna be worth money, they turn out to be worth money. This is the girl I was telling you about. Her name is Asia Wilson. Let me take my hand off of her name. It's right there. Let me see. But yeah, you know, I try to get in on her before they bought all the cards. I got some more Brandon Millers right there. You know, for people who don't know about Brandon Miller, people don't know about Brandon Miller because of Victor Wembanyama, the big guy that everybody's talking about from the NBA. He stole all the shine. So everybody knows who Victor Wembanyama is, but nobody knows who the number 2 pick in the draft was. Now I'm gonna tell you something. I love Victor Wembanyama. I know he's the truth. I know that Brandon Miller got a lot of work to do to even look like. But when a guy gets picked number 2 in the draft, you can't just forget about him. And the crazy thing is that you could get Brandon Miller for peanuts right now. And he had a good year last year. So what I did was, is while everybody's on the Wembanyama craze, they got the Brandon Millers for peanuts, for pennies. I'm buying them for pennies, and when they're worth $10, $20, because everybody slept on them, and he goes up because he's the second pick in the draft. You know, that's how you work it. You know what I'm saying? But you could be wrong too, because even though he's the second pick in the draft, he could be a dud. But the only reason I went with him is because he's doing good. There's another 2 players that got drafted in the same draft as Brandon Miller and Victor Wembanyama, and they're twins. Their names are Amen Thompson and Oscar Thompson. Now, the brother Amen Thompson, he's going good. He's going not crazy, but he's doing really good right now. And you know, the verdict ain't out on Oscar yet, but Amen Thompson could be a star also. So right now it's looking like if I was gonna buy from the draft that Victor Wembanyama's from, I would buy Amen Thompson, Brandon Miller, and Victor Wembanyama. She said, he's good, thank you. That's why I love your channel. We've been collecting since the 90s cards, Hot Wheels, video games. That's what's up. That's what's up. You know what's crazy? I didn't know that. That makes me, that's great. You know, because sometimes I don't know who's watching. You know, I have no idea. Like, what I see the eyeball, I see extra eyes pop up. You know, sometimes people write stuff. Then you become close with people. Thank God I've become close with like 10 people already on YouTube. Regulars, people that I could rely on to come in and I could politic with them and keep it from being boring. Oh yeah, it's crazy. It's insane, you know. It's insane how much that you we're on the same page with a lot of stuff. You know, I didn't know that you and your man collected. Letitia writes, we've been collecting since the 90s. Cards, Hot Wheels, video games. Listen, my father used to bring me the bags of cards. I told you about that. But I've been to comic book conventions when I was a little kid. I used to go to the flea markets, the big ones, Aqueduct and Belmont. I don't know if you were in New York at the time. Yeah, action figures, of course. G.I. Joes and Transformers and Voltron. Those are some of the biggest things for me. Like I would buy an Optimus Prime. I would buy any G.I. Joe. I would buy Voltron. If you had the original Voltron in good condition, I'd cop that. You know what I'm saying? So let me get back to showing off these things. The girls are crazy, bro. The girls are crazy. Look at Asia Wilson. These are holograms. These are green. These are green holograms of Asia. You know? And it's weird. Her rookie cards are hard to get. She has true rookies that are in 2018, and they're made by a company called Wittenhouse, I believe. And she has one autographed or two autographs, and she has one regular card. They're worth like $5,000, but that's the only card you'll find of her in 2018. Then in 2019, they still didn't make a lot of cards of her. It wasn't until 2020 that they started pumping out their Angel Wilson cards at a regular rate, you know. But if you got Asia Wilson in 2019 and 2018, don't let them go. You know, I went and grabbed me some holograms. You know what I'm saying? Before they go up in price. Look, here's a silver one. You can see the glow on it. You know, yeah, she's special. Look, this is a blue hologram of Brandon Miller. You know, this is only just the first 10. You know, I still got a lot more right here. Look at this. Right? And the crazy thing is I only spent like 100 on the whole package. You know, and I anticipate them going up, all of them. You know, unless you do have injuries. Brandon Miller could break his leg, God forbid, and then he's worth nothing. And all the money that I spent on the Brandon Millers, it happens. Like Gordon Hayward. You know, I had collected a little bit of Gordon Hayward's, and it was the worst thing in the world. Who's the other guy too? Chandler Parsons. Yeah, you got to be careful. You can't jump too quick. You know, you got to check out how these people do. You know, that's what I do when the drafts come out. I'll buy some of the drafts off the back just to have them, but I won't invest heavy until I start to see how they do in the NBA. Like Anthony Edwards, you know what I'm saying? I got lucky with Anthony Edwards, you know. This is a live unboxing, but I make my own boxes. This isn't a Panini unboxing. This is a live COMC unboxing. I get 40 cards from them, and I come off way better than most people do with their Panini boxes. You see, when you buy a box like National Treasures, the Panini Prism boxes, the hobby boxes with the autographs, yeah, you could get paid. You could get an autograph LeBron, you know, autograph Stephen Curry, $1,000, and you paid 100 for the box. But it's rare. It don't happen often. I'd rather go to COMC and spend my little $100 and get stuff that I know will mature in time. You know what I'm saying? And it's not just them that I go to. I go to separate dealers. This is just the guys that I go to for like the rookies, you know, or people that I think people are sleeping on, and that people they haven't went yet to get the like Asia Wilson. I'll give you an example. Asia Wilson, it got to a point where they were running low and people still hadn't raised the price. I went and bought before they got the rest of them. And if I would have waited, I would have lost out. So I got lucky with Asia. God bless her soul. Yeah, you know, I care about the people as human beings more than them as investments. You know, a lot of people wouldn't say that. They don't give a shit. Don't care about their investment. especially not a horse. Imagine if a guy bet on a horse, the horse breaks his leg during the race. He's like, shoot him. You know, he lost my money. You know, nah. You know, look at Penny Hardaway. That was a trick. That was so sad. Grant Hill. For people who don't know who Grant Hill, the younger guys that don't know who Grant Hill and Anthony Hardaway are, they're two guys that were anticipated to be great, like the next Kobe's, the next Jordans, the next LeBrons, and injuries took them from us. You know what I'm saying? So you never know what can happen in this league. Look at Jokic. He was picked 33. They picked 32 guys before Jokic. He's 3-time MVP and he got a ring. And you picked 32 guys before him. That's bad. You know, granted, he's a tall, chubby guy. So, you know, he didn't look the part. I can understand people passing on him. But God, you didn't see the talent, like somewhat a little bit, to pick him 17th. You picked him all the way at 33. Yeah, I don't really, the cards that I collect, I don't really mess with paper cards unless it's something that I can't get my hands on and I know it's okay to get. See, like you got Tops and you got Tops Chrome. You got Prism and Select. They make chromium cards. But then like Donruss, they have Donruss Optic, which is chromium, and they have Donruss, which is on paper. But the funny thing is that when a guy like Stephen Curry comes along, whether it's the Donruss rookie, the paper one, or the chromium one, they're gonna both be worth a lot of money. It's just that the metal ones are always gonna be worth more. Yeah, I only buy metal cards. Paper cards are secondary. You'll see a paper card in here. Let me take the receipts out of them. I know I gotta have at least one paper card in here. Yeah, but all of these are chromium. Metallic, chromium, whatever you want to call them. Yep, they're all chromium. Not only are they chromium, some of them are parallels, silver chromiums. You get green chromiums. You know, when you open a prism pack, you know how they come in colors? They have shimmers, ruby waves. They have red, white, and blues. They have greens, oranges, purples, purple waves, ruby waves, red scopes. And yo, the other day I looked. Every year that Prism made a box, they increased the amount of parallels. The first year there was only 3 parallels. But as the years went on, they kept making more parallels. Right now, if you open a Prism box, like the real Prism box, you know, I don't know if they give you a chance to get all colors in one box, but if you buy because there's hanger boxes, blaster boxes, retail, hobby, etc., etc. So, but altogether there's like 40 different colors. Look, I'll show you what I mean. Right here you got a blue, a green, and a silver. And a silver. And there's about 4. If you buy prisms this year, I think there's 38 different colors you could get. You know, they do it on purpose. It became a thing. People try to collect every color of their favorite player. I don't do that shit. At least not yet. You know what I'm saying? All right. Almost got them all out. He threw extras in here, I think. Not extras on purpose, not freebies. But I think because I bought two orders from them. You know, I think he mixed and matched, but it's all good. You know, it's crazy. This ain't shopping. This is working. I actually got to run back out and reship cards to people when I put them online. A lot of stuff I haven't put up yet because I don't think it's the right time. But I got to pay my rent, you know, and wifey alone, you know, can't cover everything by herself. So I take care of some of what my mom's chips in. Thank God. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they're all. Watch, I'm gonna show you. Wait till I'm done pulling all the. Wait till I'm done pulling out all the receipts, and you get to see the stack. I hate this. I love the company COMC. I just really hate that they make me do this. I think that's the last one. That's another thing too. I don't rush. You know, I try to hurry up for y'all guys too, but I don't want to be all like, I gotta hurry up. I gotta hurry up. You know. Plus, I don't think people that are subscribed to me want me to be. See, this is a paper card. We were just talking about it, Chola. You know, but it's Caitlin Clark. So if I gotta get me a paper Caitlin Clark, it's a rookie card too. It's a nice card, you know. And the crazy thing is that the potential, the ceiling is through the roof. Like I paid $2 for it, but in all actuality, if she does what she's supposed to do, this could be $100 card. You know what it is to 50 times your money? It's insane, you know. A real investor says if you 3 times your money, sell. So what do you do when you 50 times your $2? $2 into 100. It's a far away from that though. It's not like that Caitlin Clark is gonna be $100 quick. I got Luka Doncic cards that I paid like $6, and they went up to 40. And it didn't matter that they were the cheap ones. I got to them late. There was a time you could have bought them for $1, but by the time I got to them, they were charging 6 each, and I still bought some. And now they're like $30, $40 cards. Luka's a problem. Luka Doncic is that dude. You know what I'm saying? It's my guy. He's my favorite player in the NBA. I'm telling you, man, he got to care more about his health. He eats like a fat boy. You know, you can't look at LeBron. He got to take, look, these are the cards too. So I'm going to show y'all. I'm trying to figure out how I can show y'all the best way. You know, of course, you're not going to see them all, you know, but let me see. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take out some of the better ones. She said, no need to rush. Yeah, no rushing. I don't come on here to rush. Come on here to chill. Let people have a good time. See, like the Asia Wilsons, the Brandon Millers, you know, like they're all good. They're not just rookie cards, they're parallels, the Caitlin Clarks. I'm gonna show you a little handful too because I can't grip the whole thing to go through. I'm telling you, man, the Asia Wilsons, man. If you collect basketball cards and you got a brain, well, Victor Wembanyama also, you know, yeah, Eamon Thompson, of course, Anthony Edwards, and you know, there's a lot of guys, Alperen Sengun, don't even get me started. I'm gonna tell you the whole thing because it's not like y'all don't know about John Morant, but John Morant went down because of all the gun issues. You know what I'm saying? But you know who's a good investment right now? Zion Williamson. You know, if he's in good shape, if Zion Williamson enters this year in good shape, you could invest in him. You know, hopefully his legs don't break down. But Zion Williamson is that dude. He's another one that see, but Luka Doncic, even though he overate certain years, he's not the same thing as Zion. Zion overdid it. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. I'll show you these. I'm gonna just show you them one by one slowly. You got Brandon Miller Brilliance rookie card. You see the RC right here. That's the rookie stamp. That's the second pick in the draft. You got Asia Wilson. She is just amazing. That's a silver second or third year. That's another Asia Wilson. That's a good one of her also. That's another Asia Wilson. Another Asia Wilson. I had to snatch him before somebody else did. You know what I'm saying? That's another Asia Wilson. That's a Brandon Miller. Instant impact. That's a Caitlin Clark. Donruss. She has these boxes that cost like $30. And the only thing that comes out of the box is Caitlin Clark. It's a cool box. But you gotta remember too, there's a lot of them produced. Um Brandon Miller. It says changing express lane. It's also, you see the glow. It's a prism. That's Asia Wilson. That's a green hologram. Hype. That's Asia Wilson, a green hologram. These are all second and third years of her. Some of them are actually rookie cards. That's Brandon Miller, and that's Asia Wilson. All right. Now I'm gonna show you something real quick. These are the other ones that were left over. You know, I'm not gonna go through every single one, of course, but there is actually. Let me see if there's anything cool in here. This is a good Asia Wilson. That's a 2020 Asia Wilson Panini Prism. You know, yeah, and they're all pretty much the same. Like I said, nothing special extra to show you. This is a nice Brandon Miller. I showed you the blue rookie card. All right. So listen, I'm gonna let y'all go. They come with plastics. Oh, yeah, listen, Chola, if you go to eBay and you type in COMC underscore consignment, all one word, you'll see a place, right? It's a wholesale merchandise, like warehouse. And you could look through cards. I mean, they got old cards. You could look at Smurfs, Return of the Jedi, Garbage Pail Kids. They deal all in trading cards, and they have about 5 of each card. If you buy 40 cards, they charge you a flat rate of 15 shipping, and you end up getting the card for about 40 cents shipping. So I always buy a 40 card purchase to save on the shipping. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, COMC, and look at how they send their stuff. Top loaders are expensive. They're crazy, bro. They send them with the penny sleeve. They send them with the regular top loader. They give you corrugated cardboard boxes. They give you team bags to put your stuff in afterwards. It's a good company. And you could look through my my old videos and hear all about them. I got a lot of COMC videos. So you already know what it is. Big shout out to Chola. And big shout out to everybody else that showed up. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy Spank Dog. I gotta get back to my wife and kid. I can hear my son in the background turning up on my lady. You know what I'm saying? God bless all of y'all, man. Y'all have a good night.